I'm gonna get right into this right here. MGTOW Bandit. It's me, Dion. I just saw some ridiculous stuff today. Don Lemon. What's wrong with you, man? Where you come from? What's going on with you, man? I saw the Terry Cruzzz interview. And this is ridiculous, man. This is absolutely ridiculous. The man said some positive things, Mr. Lemon. Or Lehman, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I do know you're a liberal leftist. The man was speaking truth about Black Lives Matter. They're not for all black people. If Black Lives mattered, then guess what? There wouldn't be a bunch of black people killing each other in Chicago, Baltimore, Atlanta, where I'm at, where we got the National Guard. Seattle, all these places. Black people dying by black people. You have all these liberal whites marching with you. Meaning the black people that's protesting and rioting and whatever they call what they're doing, which I think is a disgrace, by the way, because it have not been peaceful. Children can't even go outside to play. Children can't even feel safe. And children should be the safest. And you sitting up here talking about, you're going to tell Terry Cruzzz that he need to start his own organization if he want to talk about black people killing black people. You told on yourself, sir, that manifesto don't have anything to do with black men. And Terry Cruzzz, let me tell you something. I'm a nobody. You way up here compared to me. But I'm a citizen. And I see what's going on in the world. And let me tell you something. That manifesto don't have anything to do with your black behind. Don't have nothing to do with you being a black man. A strong black man over his family. Someone who care about manhood. Black Lives Matter don't care anything about that. See, normal people know the truth. We already know. You have a chance of getting struck by lightning than to get shot and killed by police. And if you ask these black people, okay, put all the names out that have been killed by cops, white cops, because that's the issue with Black Lives Matter. They only going after white cops that have killed black people. And they'll go through the names. They'll go through all the names. And we know the names. I don't have to mention the black names. What I want you to name the white men that were killed by white cops in the past year. And if you ask the average person that on the spot without them looking on their phone, they couldn't, I bet you they couldn't name two, if they could name one. But you're going to sit up here and tell Terry Cruzzz who was saying the truth. He was saying the truth. And you deflected, Don. You deflected and said, well, that's like comparing apples and oranges. But black people are dying. So if Black Lives Matter, don't you think that black people should not kill black people if they want other races of people to respect the black people? Nobody's going to care about killing you if you're killing yourself. How you going to get mad at somebody? It's just like I have a son. My other two kids are grown. but I have a son up under my roof. And if I treated my son bad, and then you treat my son bad, who am I to say, hey, don't you treat my son bad? When you see me treating my son bad and with no respect. How can I expect you to respect what I have if I don't? If I let you come in my home and tear it all up, because I tear it all up, then I can't complain when you tear it up. But when you come in my home and it's the way it's supposed to be, everything in its place, and I demand respect in my house, you will respect it. What I'm saying is, if I have respect for what's mine, you will. And that's how black people need to start thinking. We need to start respecting ourselves and protecting ourselves and imploring ourselves and getting business to help ourselves, just like the Japanese, the Chinese, the Jewish people, and any other race that look out for their own people. Why can't we? Why are we begging people? Don, you have said out of your mouth that the biggest problem with black America is racist white men. You said this. You said the white man. You didn't even say racist white men. You said out of your mouth that the white man is the most dangerous man in America. You said this. Yet you go home to a white man. And you expect people to listen to what you have to say? You have black men out here that catch hell dating outside his race. And that's just him dating a woman. You, sir, are going home to a white man, which I have nothing to do with. But how can you come out of your mouth and say something about white men being a dangerous man when you go home to one? This don't have anything about you being gay. I don't care what you do in your bedroom. Because I'll tell you something, sir. I sure is not going to, I am not, and let me make this clear. I am not going to talk about black women and what black women do if I'm dating a white woman. And I sure is not going to talk about white women and say they dirty and Karens with what people now, the new name for Karen, new name for white women is Karen. When I'm, and disrespect white women while having one. And that's what you did, sir. You disrespected the man you go home to. And that's why I don't trust liberals. I don't trust y'all because you all have an agenda. It's fake. It's fake. That man was telling the truth, man. We need to take care of our own. And then if we respect our own, then other people around you will respect you. You don't see Japanese in the street hollering hands up, don't shoot. You don't see Chinese people in the street hollering hands up, don't shoot. And you don't see Chinese people in the street protesting because Trump called it the Chinese flu. Do you see those Chinese people, Chinese American people in the street protesting and burning stuff down because Trump said something about that coronavirus being from China? Do you see masses of Chinese people tearing up things? Do you see those people begging Trump for his approval? No. Those people have a community. They have They have what you call businesses. They employ themselves. Do you see the Jews out there complaining and tearing up stuff? No, those people have communities. They have their own gatherings where they talk about what's best for their community. And you sit up here trying to be a race hustler while with a white man. I'm not talking about your sexual orientation. So don't sit here and try to say I'm going against what you do in your bedroom. What you do in your bedroom is none of my business. I can care less about that. I'm talking about how you got up there and you wouldn't let that man speak. You supposed to be interviewing Terry Cruzzz. You got up there and you argued with that man. What kind of journalist is you? And by the way, you can talk about how I talk all day long. I'm not sitting in the broadcasting seat at CNN. And I'm not getting paid all this money you make to be a journalist. I'm just a man on a YouTube page telling you what I see. And I see a bunch of crap. And I'm here to tell you, Mr. Lemon, you too big to be acting like that. You are too grown and you are too big to be acting like you're acting. You are. And you need to stop it. We out here trying to get people like me trying to bring manhood back. We're not trying to become a woman. We're not trying to be feminine. And what you call love, I don't call love, sir. Because who you sleep with and what kind of sex you like to have is your business. But that ain't love. Love is what's right. Love is truth. Love is respect. Love is when you stand for something. Love is when you are direct and focused. That's love. And you had that doggone smirk on your face when that man was telling you the truth. All these black kids dying out here. They got to sleep in bathtubs. I'm lucky to be able to have my son in a nice area where he don't have to hear no gunshots. But a lot of my people have to hear that every night. Scared. Y'all want everybody to tell on the police, but none of you in those black communities, none of y'all would tell on the murderer or the rapist or the kidnapper or the drug dealer. Y'all or the gang member. Y'all won't go after them. But y'all get in the street and tear up the streets because of one bad cop. And everybody agreed that that cop in the George Floyd case was wrong. Everybody agreed. And they was going to handle him. There was no reason for these people to be tearing up the streets and shooting. That eight-year-old little girl who got killed in Atlanta did not have to die. But we are under a matriarchy. Most men think like a woman. They're emotional like a woman. They think politics should be about feelings and emotions and how you feel. It don't supposed to be biased. You're supposed to do what's best for the people. Take the feelings out of it. So I conclude with this, Mr. Lemon. Take a look in the mirror, man, before you holler racism, before you holler about white people this way. Because if you look out in that protest, that so-called protest, there's a whole lot of white people out there, sir. There's a whole lot of white men out there, sir. There's a whole lot of white people out there. right along with black people. So every time you get up there and want to talk about the evil white man, look at your protest and understand there's a bigger agenda. And you're pushing that agenda, sir. So I like to say, respect to Terry Cruzzz, respect to his family, and I'm glad he got up there and told the truth. That's all I'm going to say about this. Corona Bandit out.